Guys, those are chrome-plated lugs. Pendejo.
The movie begins with two young boys, James Howlett and Victor Creed. James, feeling unwell, is in his room when his father John comes to check on him. The sound of shouting echoes through the house, making both James and Victor incredibly frightened.
Father!
Stay where you are, James.
Father!
There are things you don't understand.
Don't.
I need him to know. He wasn't your father, son.
What are you?
James runs away from home. Thomas's son, Victor Creed, who is now revealed to be James's half-brother, chooses to run away with him. Both brothers share unique powers that set them apart from ordinary people. Their rapid healing abilities allow them to recover from almost any injury, and their slow aging keeps them youthful and strong, even as decades go by.
Stand down, soldier! No!
Wake me when it's over.
Since the execution fails, James and Victor are put in prison. It is there that Major William Stryker, a powerful and mysterious man, shows up. Stryker is very interested in James and Victor. He invites them to join Team X, a special group of mutants he leads on secret missions. He explains that this team is made up of powerful individuals with special skills, including Agent Zero, a perfect marksman, Wade Wilson, an expert swordsman, John Wraith, who can teleport, Fred Dukes, who is incredibly strong and nearly invincible, and Chris Bradley, who can control electricity. Stryker offers them a chance to be part of this group, promising they can use their abilities to their full potential.
Oh, Jesus, Fred, you just met her last night.
I love her.
You love her after one night. God.
Are you gonna puke?
If we were meant to fly, we'd grow wings. Would you like a bucket? Oh.
Gentlemen, wheels down in Lagos in 5.
Zero? Fred?
The tank.
The tank.
Stuck in an elevator with 5 guys on a high-protein diet.
Oh, word. God, you ever shut up, pal?
No, not when I'm awake. Time to go to work.
You didn't have that mouth on you, Wade. You'd be the perfect soldier.
I wouldn't do that if I was you, brother.
Take the diamonds. They are yours.
I want this. Where did you find it? I want the source.
The traitor, desperate to stay alive, reveals that it came from a village in Africa. Stryker asks the villagers where they found the strange metal. One of the villagers explains that the stone came from the sky, suggesting it fell to Earth, possibly as a meteorite. Stryker, eager for more of the valuable adamantium, demands that the villagers give him more stones similar like this one. Stryker then gives a cruel order. He tells Victor to kill everyone in the village, including the women and children, to ensure no one can speak of the adamantium. Wolverine is horrified by the idea of murdering innocent people and refuses to take part in the massacre. Victor tries to convince Wolverine to go along with the plan, reminding him of the benefits of working with Team X and the power they hold. Without hesitation, Wolverine turns his back on Stryker, Victor, and the team, choosing to walk away from the mission, leaving Team X behind. The story jumps ahead to 1979, 6 years later. Wolverine is now living in Canada, trying to live a quiet and peaceful life. He has a girlfriend named Kayla Silverfox, who works as a teacher. Wolverine, on the other hand, has found work at a timber yard, cutting wood and staying away from the violence of his past. One day, while Wolverine is at work, Stryker shows up unexpectedly. He tells Wolverine that Victor has turned against them and is now hunting down and killing the other members of Team X.
If you turn off the light, you win a prize.
Well, that's obvious.
Come on. Freak. Show's over.
My God. You haven't aged a day.
Still shooting first, asking questions later?
I have a job for you.
I already have a job.
Lumberjack.
Hero, back to the car.
Attaboy. Conversation's over.
That just isn't you, Logan.
I can take care of myself.
Your country needs you. I know you, Logan. I know who you are.
Stryker came by to...
You're not an animal, Logan. What you have is a gift.
Mind letting us go by?
Hey guys, take it easy. Please let us pass.
How'd you do that?
Female powers of persuasion, it's a gift.
The next day, Wolverine drops Kayla off at her school before heading to work. As he is working, he suddenly senses something is wrong. Following his instincts, he rushes into the nearby forest.
You're not from around here, are you?
What gave me away?
Guys, whatever this is, take it outside.
Why? How else am I supposed to get your attention? Stay down. Frankly, I'm a little disappointed. When are you gonna figure it out? We're not like them.
I'm nothing like you.
The next day, Wolverine wakes up in a hospital bed, confused and still feeling the effects of the fight. Wolverine blames Stryker for everything that has happened. He tells Stryker that 6 years ago, before they met, he was living a peaceful life. But after Stryker showed up, the very next day, his girlfriend was killed. Stryker looks at Wolverine with a serious expression. He warns him that Victor will likely come soon to kill both of them. Stryker insists he has a plan to help Wolverine become strong enough to defeat Victor. However, this plan involves a very painful operation. Wolverine, determined to avenge Kayla and stop Victor, agrees to go through with it. The operation is to reinforce Wolverine's skeleton with adamantium, a nearly indestructible metal. Stryker explains that he has finally found the meteorite he was looking for in Africa, which contains the precious adamantium. As the procedure begins, Wolverine can feel the pain coursing through his body. The scientists carefully inject the metal into his bones, reinforcing them and making him even more powerful.
I want new ones.
What do you want him to say?
Wolverine.
Today we're going to create Weapon X.
Why is he thrashing like that? Why isn't he sedated?
He feels pain just like the rest of us.
Son.
Heart rate well beyond maximum. We're brothers, Jimmy. I love you. Means the Wolverine.
Well, I guess he can't die.
Heart rate rising.
Adamantium reservoir is depleted.
Erase his memory.
I think you heard you.
Hunt him down.
Take his head off.
After escaping from Stryker, Wolverine runs into an old couple's house on a farm. He hides, but the old man finds him and points a gun at him. He gives him a blanket to cover himself so he doesn't give the old lady a heart attack and invites him inside the home. Logan tests his new claws in the bathroom, but accidentally slices half of the things inside.
I swear I'm gonna pay for it.
Set it down over there.
Can't thank you both enough.
Wouldn't have been decent to leave you out there to freeze.
That's a nice chopper you've got out there.
You know motorcycle.
Oh.
Favors a 48 Panhead.
I think you're a little young for that, son.
After dinner, he goes to sleep in the barn and thinks about Kayla. The next morning, he gets ready to leave, and Travis appears giving Logan his son's jacket.
You sleep okay?
Yeah.
You know what happens to men who go looking for blood?
What?
They find it. This was my son's jacket. I'm gonna take my bike for a spin. Man, you're heavy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I brought you some.
Logan,
Where's Victor?
come back to base.
After I kill Victor, I'm coming for you. Those were good people back there.
It's funny how good innocent people tend to die around you.
The only thing that'll take him down is an adamantium bullet.
Meanwhile, Scott Summers, also called Cyclops, isn't paying attention to his teacher, so she gives him assignment to write the words on the board. While in detention, Victor finds him and Scott starts running, but he can't match the speed of Sabretooth. He is captured and taken to Stryker's Island. Wolverine rushes to find his old friend John, who has the powerful ability to teleport. When he finds John, Wolverine shares the heartbreaking news about how Victor killed Kayla in revenge against him. He explains that Stryker has infused adamantium into his body to turn him into a weapon for his missions. Wolverine asks John if he knows where Victor is hiding. John admits that he doesn't have that information, but suggests that Fred might be able to help him instead. However, Fred is not very cooperative and does not answer Wolverine questions clearly. Frustrated, Wolverine challenges Fred to a fight, demanding he take him seriously. They engage in a fierce battle.
Hey, Fat, Fred. Seem to remember that girl when she was about 85 pounds, huh?
Yeah.
What's the island, Slim? Come on, bub, for old time's sake, huh?
Did you just call me Blob?
Use them gloves, man. Dance with them a little bit.
Big old ass coming out the front of his shirt.
Dance with him, Fred. Just like I told you.
What's that supposed to do? You want to dance with me?
Come on, Fred.
Oh, that feels good.
Hey, guess what?
Come on now, left chop.
Where's Victor?
Fred finally reveals that Victor and Stryker are working together in a lab where they capture different mutants and perform experiments on them. He does not know exactly what they are doing, but he confirms that many mutants have been taken there. Wolverine presses Fred for the lab location, but Fred shakes his head, saying he does not know where it is. However, he tells Wolverine about another mutant named Remy Gambit LeBeau, who escaped from that lab. Fred believes Gambit could help Wolverine find Victor and Stryker. Wolverine finally tracks down Remy. When Wolverine approaches him, he asks him that if he is the one who escaped from Stryker Lab. Remy confirms that he is. However, he mistakenly thinks Wolverine has come to capture him again.
He my brother's new babysitter, John.
Shouldn't have done that, because now I'm going to kill you before Logan even gets a chance.
There's something I always wanted to tell you. I can feel you smiling, Johnny boy. Never knew you had one.
So what brings you to our fair city, sir?
Victor Creed.
Why would you think I know that? Well, because I know who you are, Gambit. Now, bub, you listen to me.
Do you even know how to kill me?
You're really gonna kill him? As long as you stay out of my way, yeah.
Stryker and General Munson are having a serious conversation about Wolverine. Stryker explains that Wolverine was part of Project X, but now they are working on Project 11, where the powers of 10 mutants have been combined. Munson worries that Stryker is too emotionally involved in the situation. He suggests shutting down Project 11, but Stryker, in a fit of anger, kills him. At that moment, Wolverine arrives, ready to confront Stryker. Stryker drops a shocking piece of information that Kayla is not dead. When Kayla finally appears, Wolverine questions her about why she played with his feelings. Kayla responds that she was forced to do it in exchange for her sister's safety. This revelation deeply upsets Wolverine, and he tries to leave, feeling betrayed. But Stryker does not want Wolverine to escape. He orders Victor to kill Wolverine, intensifying the conflict as tensions rise. Victor reminds Stryker about their deal. He arrives, demanding the adamantium bonding that was promised to him for his services, but Stryker refuses, arguing that Victor would not survive the procedure.
Activate weapon 11.
The bonding process isn't complete.
Just do it. Now!
Logan! You're not an animal.
Do it.
They have my sister. I didn't trick you into loving me. It was real for me, too. Please, I'm so sorry.
Where is she?
Stryker activates Weapon 11, a mutant killer created by combining the abilities of several mutants with Wade Wilson's body. Stryker refers to this deadly creation as the Deadpool. Kayla and Wolverine manage to free the imprisoned mutants. As they try to escape, they are confronted by Deadpool. Wolverine holds Deadpool off to give the mutants a chance to flee.
Find another way out. Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Go, now!
Kayla is mortally wounded and decides to stay behind. Meanwhile, a group led by Scott Summers meets Professor Charles Xavier, who offers them shelter at his school.
I got him!
Oh, no, you don't.
him here with a few of these through his thick skull.
This doesn't change anything between us, Victor.
We're brothers, and brothers look out for each other.
Gambit saves Wolverine from the falling tower. Wolverine then finds Kayla, but Stryker shoots him in the forehead with adamantium bullets, knocking him out.
This kid's trying to get off the island. Split up. Go.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna get you help.
Kayla uses her powers to make Stryker drop his gun and orders him to walk until his feet bleed before she dies from her injuries. When Gambit returns, Wolverine has regained consciousness, but the brain damage from the bullets has caused him to forget everything. Gambit tries to convince Wolverine to come with him, but Wolverine wants to go his own way. In the mid-credit scene, Stryker is taken for questioning by military police about the death of General Munson, whom Stryker killed to protect his experiments, and in the post-credit scene, Deadpool body crawls out from under the rocks. He touches his head, which wakes up and shushes at us, showing that he has survived. We are then taken back during the World War II. Wolverine is being held as a prisoner of war in a Japanese camp near Nagasaki. The air is tense as the war rages on, and Wolverine is trapped underground with other prisoners. The city is on the brink of disaster as Allied bombers prepare to launch a devastating nuclear bomb. In the camp, a young Japanese officer named Yashida is conflicted. He knows that the city is about to be bombed, and in a bold move, he decides to break military rules. Yashida takes it upon himself to free the prisoners of war. He unlocks the cells and allows the prisoners to run, giving them a chance at survival.
Run, now!
Wake up. Where were you?
Nagasaki, you're here.
Of course.
Can you stay? I'll never hurt you or anyone ever again.
It's too late.
No! No, she! Oh, she! No!
Wolverine is living as a hermit in the remote wilderness of the Yukon. He has isolated himself from the world, haunted by painful memories of the past. His mind is consumed by thoughts of Jean Grey, the woman he loved but was forced to kill with his own claws. The weight of that memory keeps him distant from society, choosing instead to live alone in the vast, quiet forests. In this solitude, Wolverine finds a small connection with a wild bear that lives nearby. Wolverine has developed a sense of companionship with the animal. One day, Wolverine radio stops working. Needing supplies, he heads to a nearby shop in town. As he leaves the shop, something catches his attention. A distant, painful roar from the bear he knows so well. Alarmed, he rushes into the forest to find the bear lying injured. It has been hit by a poisoned arrow and is suffering terribly, neither fully alive nor dead, trapped in unbearable pain. Wolverine, seeing the animal agony, decides to end its suffering. With a heavy heart, he uses his claws to deliver a swift, merciful death to the bear, granting it peace. Filled with anger over what happened to the bear, Wolverine heads to a local bar, where he overhears a group of hunters bragging about the incident.
What's your name, mister?
That's a poison. Broadhead, which last I heard was illegal. Go ahead, ask me where I found it.
Where did you find it?
It bled into the bear, made him crazy, killed 5 people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Gene.
This sword is hundreds of years old. It was named Danzan by the first samurai who used it.
A mysterious woman named Yukio steps in and stops Wolverine. Yukio explains that she, too, is a mutant like Wolverine. Her power allows her to see the future deaths of people. She tells Wolverine that during the 1945 war, he saved a man named Yashida. That man is now old and very close to death. But before dying, Yashida wishes to see Wolverine one last time. As a token, she gives Wolverine Yashida's sword, a symbol of the life debt Yashida feels he owes him. Yukio tells Wolverine that Yashida, now a successful but dying businessman suffering from cancer, wants Wolverine to come to Japan so he can repay him for saving his life. Wolverine agrees, and he and Yukio travel to Tokyo, Japan. Upon their arrival, Yukio arranges for Wolverine to have a makeover to prepare him for his meeting with Yashida.
Shizu and Saki are going to disinfect you.
Like hell they are. What?
You look nice.
I feel violated.
Kuzuri. Oh, forget that, Yukio. And past such precautions.
I didn't send for you only to thank you, Logan. I don't need anything.
Not a thing. Eternity can be a curse. I can end your eternity. Make you immortal.
We have reason to believe that your ability to heal can be passed. I'm confused. I came here to say goodbye to a man I once knew. You offering to kill me?
No. You can live a long and ordinary life. And one day, die.
Nice to see you again. Sorry you got sick.
Please, Logan-san. I need you again. I want to kill her.
Who?
Mariko. My granddaughter.
You don't want what I've got.
Wolverine soon witnesses Shingen slapping Mariko after a heated argument. Later, Wolverine saves Mariko, stopping her just in time. Shingen meets with Yashida and is shocked to hear that Mariko will take Yashida's place as the head of Yashida Industries. Shingen strongly opposes this and tells Yashida that he will never allow it to happen. That night, while Wolverine is resting, Yashida physician Dr. Green secretly introduces something into Wolverine's body. However, Wolverine is half asleep and dismisses the strange incident as just a dream.
He's dead. I didn't foresee it.
At the funeral, Shingen wants Wolverine to leave, but Wolverine stays. Yukio is confused and says to Wolverine that she finds Yashida sudden passing strange. During the funeral, Yakuza gangsters suddenly attack, trying to kidnap Mariko.
Logan?
Hey, something's done right.
Go.
Logan! Logan!
Let's go, let's go! Here!
Wolverine realizes that something is wrong. His healing powers are not working properly, and his wounds are not healing as fast as they should. Wolverine and Mariko hide on the fastest bullet train. In the washroom, Wolverine inspects his wounds when suddenly more Mafia men appear, leading to a big fight on the moving train. After a dangerous battle, Wolverine manages to defeat the attackers and escape with Mariko. They reach a nearby hotel, and Mariko tells Wolverine that there is only one room available. Wolverine, not needing much rest, says that he does not sleep and keeps watch from the balcony, making sure no one attacks them during the night. Later, Mafia members track them down and attempt to kill Mariko. A fierce fight breaks out, and at one point, Wolverine is overpowered and nearly ready to give up. Just then, Mariko begins throwing knives at the Yakuza and bringing them one by one, so Logan can finally catch a breath. Exhausted, Wolverine collapses from his injuries, and Mariko takes him to a nearby hospital for treatment. The next day, Wolverine finds himself in a hospital where two doctors are standing nearby. Mariko explains that they are her close friends and have saved his life. As Wolverine recovers, he feels a growing attraction toward Mariko, and they start spending more time together. Curious, Wolverine asks Mariko why the Mafia is after her. Mariko reveals that her father wants her to marry a well-known politician, Noboru Mori, for his own gain. She explains that she does not want the marriage, but her father believes that by marrying Noboru, his political influence will increase. That night, Wolverine and Mariko grow even closer and become intimate with each other.
Mariko, why did your father hit you?
I was trying to warn him.
What did your grandfather tell you?
I will become the most powerful person in Japan.
The company?
I didn't want it. I don't understand why he gave it to me.
The following day, while inspecting a site, Wolverine realizes it is the same location where he witnessed the bombing of Nagasaki. He recognizes the tunnel, recalling how he hid Mariko's grandfather there to save his life during the blast.
So I met your grandfather.
Hey, what are you doing?
Mariko?
Where are they taking her? Who hired you? Take me to Noboru.
I need to tell you something.
Do it. Now.
Together, Yukio and Wolverine head to a hotel where Noboru is staying.
I saw you die. All I can see is one part of a person's life.
What did you see?
I see you on your back. You're holding your own heart in your hand.
A lot of people have tried to kill me, and I'm still here. Get down.
I am the Minister of Justice. Do you have any idea what I could do to you?
Why you would want your fiancée killed by the Yakuza?
I have the faintest idea what's going on.
He explains that Yashida left control of the company to Mariko instead of Shingen, which angered them. Noboru also reveals that after Yashida was diagnosed with cancer, he had been stockpiling adamantium in his lab, trying to extend his life. Shingen had borne the massive costs of Yashida's secret projects and hide the expenses from the company board, expecting to take control of the company after Yashida's death. However, when Yashida left everything to Mariko, their plan unraveled, as she would never marry Noboru once the will was read 3 days after Yashida's death.
Wait! No! I told you!
How did you know there's a pole down there?
I didn't.
Shingen is suddenly stabbed with a poisoned pen by Dr. Green, who reveals her true identity as a mutant named Viper. The poison quickly spreads through Shingen's body. Wolverine and Yukio arrive soon after and find a warning from Dr. Green, instructing them to come
Logan.
and retrieve Mariko. Using Yashida's X-ray machine, they discover that a robotic parasite is attached to Wolverine's heart, which is suppressing his healing abilities. Determined to regain his strength, Wolverine uses his claws to cut himself open and extract the device. During this intense operation, Shingen attacks, but Yukio bravely holds him off long enough for Wolverine to recover and defeat him.
Now you want him? Where's Mariko? tried to kill your daughter. Live with that.
Yukio finds some papers but struggles to understand their contents. Dr. Green, meanwhile, is busy creating a new poison. She gives this poison to Harada. She instructs Harada to capture Wolverine and bring him to her, knowing that his abilities are currently weakened. Following the trail of Mariko, Wolverine arrives at the village where Yoshida was born. There, he is ambushed and captured by Harada and his ninjas. A massive fight breaks out between them, with Harada using poisoned arrows against Wolverine. The poison takes effect, and Wolverine falls unconscious.
Yukio, run!
Logan.
Dr. Green reveals her plans to extract his healing factor and introduces him to the Silver Samurai, an electromechanical suit of Japanese armor equipped with energized swords made of adamantium. The Silver Samurai prepares to cut Wolverine adamantium claws, and the tension in the room rises as Wolverine fate hangs in the balance. Mariko manages to escape from Harada, who believes he is acting in her best interests by keeping her away from Wolverine. She bravely returns to free Wolverine from the machine, determined to help him.
Mariko, get out!
Harada begins to see the error of his ways. He realizes that Wolverine is genuinely trying to protect Mariko, and that his actions have put her in danger. In a surprising turn of events, Harada decides to help Wolverine escape from the Silver Samurai, acknowledging that he was wrong to keep Mariko away from him. However, just as he aids Wolverine, Harada is tragically killed by the Silver Samurai, sacrificing himself for what he now understands is the right cause.
Up!
It won't take long. Dr. Green and I have been waiting. My legacy must be preserved. You know I'm giving you the very death you longed for. This feeling. Mariko. It's me. You all right?
You're here.
Of course. I love you, Jean. I always will.
After the intense showdown, Mariko emerges as the new CEO of the Yoshida Corporation. She vows to honor her grandfather's legacy, but with integrity and compassion, aiming to make the company a force for good. As she bids farewell to Wolverine, she expresses her gratitude for his help and the bond they formed during this dangerous journey. Yukio, having fought alongside Wolverine, declares her commitment to stay by his side as his bodyguard. Together, they prepare to leave Japan, embarking on a new chapter of their lives, filled with uncertainty but also hope. Many years have passed from the previous events. Mutant race is almost extinct, and whoever was left is hiding from the world in the year 2029. Wolverine is no longer the unstoppable hero he once was. He is now much older, living a hard life as a driver for hire, working long hours to make ends meet. His car is modern, sleek, and one of the few things he still cares about. Life has taken a toll on him. He is addicted to alcohol, trying to numb the pain of his memories. The adamantium that was once a source of his strength is now slowly poisoning him, and his healing abilities have weakened significantly. One night, while Wolverine is sleeping in his car, a group of young men approaches. They start messing with his car, trying to steal the tires.
Guys.
Yeah. Pendejo.
After the fight, Wolverine goes to a nearby washroom. His hands are shaking as he tries to take the bullets out of his body. His once instant healing has slowed down drastically, and the wounds hurt much more than they used to. One day, Wolverine picks up a client and drives them to a graveyard. While there, he notices a woman, Gabriela Lopez, who approaches him, asking for help. She looks desperate, but Wolverine, tired and wanting to avoid trouble, ignores her. Logan then goes to get some medicine secretly, and once he returns to his car, he sees a man sitting in the passenger seat.
As I live and breathe, the Wolverine. And last night, some friends of mine told me they found 3 dead cholos. One was missing a hand, another one a leg. It was either an escaped tiger or Freddy Krueger. She found you yet? Gabriella? I'm not looking for you, Wolvie. She took something of mine when I wasn't looking. Has its sights on you now. Doesn't ring any bells.
I don't know any Gabriella.
I know what you're hiding, amigo. The old cue ball south of the border. I'm a fan, by the way.
Wolverine, now living an isolated life, returns to his home across the Mexican border, where he stays in an old, abandoned smelting plant. He lives there with Caliban, a mutant tracker, and together they take care of Professor Charles Xavier. The once powerful telepathic leader of the X-Men is now old and suffering from Alzheimer's disease. The illness causes Xavier to lose control over his powerful telepathic abilities, making his mind unstable. When he has seizures, his powers cause a lot of damage around him, creating immense pain for both Caliban and Wolverine.
Friends, I have good news for you today. It's not about what you do. It's not about your... The new quesalupa from Taco Bell. Supplies last... No! 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 No!
Come on, man.
You remember what they are? The shots? No, the seizures. The pills keep them from happening.
Just sometimes I don't recognize you. I know a damn speciation when I see one.
What?
There are forces trying to kill
Forces?
They want help. They're waiting for you at the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty was a long time ago, Charles. We were part of God's plan, but maybe we were God's mistake.
What a disappointment you were. You were an animal.
Logan, what did you do? Answer me! Why are we here? You're waiting for me to die.
I don't want to fight, but there's things we need to discuss. The dose is too low to suppress the seizures. That seizure
barely a minute.
It felt a lot longer than a minute. I couldn't breathe. You're less affected. You're saving to buy a sun seeker. Sun is the key word. Found this in your pocket. Adamantium. If you are planning to blow your brains out, could you wait till you're out on the high seas? I hear you at night. You're not sleeping. You don't want to talk about that. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to talk about the fact that you can't read the label on that bottle. On the inside, you're sick. I can smell it.
Wolverine receives a notification on his mobile phone for a new ride. He drives to the location, expecting it to be another routine job. However, when he arrives at the destination, he is surprised to see the same nurse he had previously encountered, Gabriela Lopez, a nurse who used to work for a biotechnology company called Alkali Transgene. Gabriela looks frantic and is clearly in distress. Alongside her is an 11-year-old girl named Laura. Gabriela urgently asks Wolverine for help, explaining that she needs him to escort her and Laura to a place in North Dakota called Eden. She says it is the last known refuge for mutants, a safe place where they can escape danger. Gabriela offers Wolverine a significant sum of money to drive them there. Wolverine is initially hesitant. He has been trying to save up to buy a boat, with the hope of keeping Professor Xavier out on the ocean, away from people, where Xavier's seizures could not harm anyone. Gabriela is visibly injured, with blood seeping from a wound on her arm. She looks desperate and tells Wolverine that Transgene, the corporation she worked for, is trying to kill her. They are after her and Laura, and she fears for their lives. She then reveals something shocking, that Laura is her daughter. Wolverine reluctantly agrees to take the job. The promise of $50,000 is hard to turn down, especially with his plans for Xavier. He cannot afford to say no, even though he senses that getting involved might bring trouble. The next day, Wolverine receives a frantic message from Gabriela asking him to come quickly. Sensing urgency in her voice, Wolverine rushes to the motel where Gabriela is staying. When he arrives, he is horrified to discover that she has been brutally murdered. He begins to plan an escape, knowing that they need to leave the area before things get worse.
Logan! What? Who does this belong to?
Keep Charles quiet. Go, inside, now!
Where are you keeping the old man? I'd like to meet him. Damn shame what happened back east.
It's been dead for a year.
I know you went to the motel. You saw Gabriella. But I wish you'd called me, Logan.
This is who I've been telling you about. This is Laura. Come, it's okay. You can stay here, Laura.
Get him back in his ride, take him out to the wash and dump him. Text me where you are. We'll pick you up. We have to get out of here. It's not safe here anymore, and you can't have an attack out there. You understand?
Food for the kid.
We gotta go.
What? What's going on?
Stay here.
Where? Logan, what about the girl?
Este es el mutante. Capturar o matar.
Logan. Charles Xavier.
Where's Caliban? Where's Caliban?
Well, I left him the same ditch. Jesus, Wolverine, seeing you like this just breaks my damn heart. Go get him. Laura! Honey, you wanna stay where you are? Laura! Go! Stop shooting! She heals!
Come on, hold her down.
Ven conmigo, bruja.
She's a mutant like you. Hold on!
Laura, move! Bring me the tracker!
Pierce knows that Caliban has the unique ability to track mutants, which makes him a valuable asset. Caliban, loyal to Wolverine and Xavier, refuses to cooperate with Pierce. But Pierce, cruel and relentless, decides to use extreme measures. He drags Caliban into the bright sunlight, knowing that Caliban albino skin is highly sensitive to it. As the harsh sunlight burns his skin, Caliban screams in pain. Despite the agony, he continues to resist, unwilling to betray Wolverine and Laura. Wolverine and Xavier discover that Laura, the young girl they have been protecting, is part of a larger plan by Transigen, a company that was experimenting on children. Transigen was using DNA from different mutants to create a new generation of mutants. This project was called X-23, and Laura was one of these children. She was not born naturally, but created in a lab, with Wolverine DNA being used to make her. Over time, the scientists at Transigen worked to enhance the mutant abilities of these children. However, when they started working on a new project called X-24, they decided the children from X-23 were no longer needed. The company planned to euthanize the children, meaning they wanted to kill them all. But before this could happen, Gabriella, a nurse who worked at the lab, helped some of the children escape. She also helped Laura get away from the labs and brought her across the border. Xavier tells Wolverine that, in many ways, Laura is like his daughter, since she was created using his DNA. Wolverine finds it hard to accept, but Xavier tries to convince him that Laura is his responsibility now.
You know you gotta pay for that, right? That's enough. These two.
Not okay!
Come on.
As the children became older, the company made their bodies into weapons. They are working on something new. Something they say is without a soul. About a week ago, they told us to shut our program down. I read about a place. They call it Eden. I am not sure if any other children survived. We were separated. You may not love her, but she is your child. Take her to safety.
Wolverine needs a new car because his old limousine is damaged beyond repair. He uses the money Gabriella gave him to buy another vehicle. While they wait for new tires to be put on the car, Wolverine finds an envelope Gabriella had given him before she died. On the envelope, there are some coordinates written down. Wolverine notices that these coordinates match the ones he sees in a Marvel comic book about mutants. The Reavers, a group of mercenaries working for Transigen, are getting closer to catching them. They track Wolverine, Xavier, and Laura to the hotel in Oklahoma City. Just as the Reavers arrive, Xavier suffers from one of his dangerous seizures. When this happens, his powerful telepathic abilities get out of control.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
While driving on the highway, they come across a man named Will Munson and his family. Will's truck has gone off the road after a traffic accident. Wolverine and Will both stop to check on the situation. Will's horse had run off after the accident, and Xavier asks Wolverine to help bring the horse back. After helping with the horse, Will Munson and his family invite Wolverine, Xavier, and Laura to their home for dinner.
3 of you to a decent meal? We don't live far from here.
No. That would be lovely.
My name is Dr. Rice. I'm offering you the possibility of redemption, Caliban.
I did what I could, and they burnt me and beat me. Your colleagues are savages.
I agree. And what does he have, the old man? Alzheimer's, ALS.
Even though Wolverine is worried about staying too long in one place, for a little while, they experience a rare moment of peace and normalcy, something they have not had in a long time. Later in the evening, a pipe near the Munson family farm springs a leak. Will Munson needs to fix it, but he cannot do it alone. Wolverine agrees to help him out, and the two leave the house to take care of the problem. While they work on fixing the pipe, Wolverine keeps his guard up, knowing that danger could still be close by. However, for a brief moment, it feels like they are living normal lives, helping out, sharing meals, and being part of a family. But Wolverine knows that this peaceful moment will not last forever. While Wolverine is gone, Xavier recalls a telepathic seizure he had in Westchester, where he inadvertently killed several civilians and X-Men.
Stay here. Mr. Monson, you understand you're trespassing right now, right? Who's this? Looks like Mr. Monson hires some muscle. I'm gonna count to 3.
3.
Go!
The most perfect night I've had in a very long time. I've remembered what happened in Westchester. Until today, I didn't know. I think I finally understand you.
I don't know what Munson's paying you. Canewood could start you out at 5G. What in how?
Well, he only listens to you, Doc.
How about
What?
the Sun Seeker?
I guess we want to take care of this now. Bring extra ammo. Take these clips.
Come now!
Beware the light.
After all the chaos, Wolverine is left with a heavy heart. He buries Xavier in a quiet spot, giving him the respect he deserves. But the emotional toll is too much for Wolverine, and he passes out from exhaustion. When he wakes up, he finds himself in a clinic that Laura has driven him to. She tries to help him, but Wolverine is reluctant to accept any further treatment. He feels overwhelmed and considers abandoning their journey. However, Laura, strong-willed and determined, convinces him that they need to finish what they started. They need to get to Eden, a safe place for mutant children that Laura has heard about. They get inside a car, and after a heated argument, Logan finally listens to Laura. After hours of driving, Logan passes out, and Laura takes over the wheel. Shortly after they arrive at the place where the rest of them were hiding, they pull Logan up the hill and put him in bed to get some rest. Children begin trimming his beard and hair as they have fun, but once he wakes up, he is really annoyed. So he asks, when can they move to the border because it is not safe to stay in one place. The boy tells him that this is the last night for anyone who wants to join, but Logan tries to explain to him that they must go now because it might be too late already, and the Reavers might arrive any moment. But Richter tells him that they will still wait in case more mutants show up. This idea makes Wolverine anxious. He knows how dangerous it can be, and he is not sure if he should stay with them or let them go on their own. Just as Wolverine is about to part ways with the children, the Reavers catch up with them. Wolverine, filled with instinct to protect, jumps into action to defend the kids.
We need to reach them before they get to the border!
to call the medicine.
Rice tries to pacify Wolverine, explaining how his company has been responsible for the near extinction of mutant kind. He reveals that Transigen created a genetic dampener that was hidden in food and drinks, making it easier to target mutants without them knowing. Wolverine anger boils over at this revelation, and in a moment of rage, he shoots Rice dead. But the battle is far from over.
Get up!
Go! Get out of here, dog! Go! Go! Get out! Go! Run!
Take your friends and run. Oh, this is what it feels like.
They hold a somber burial for Wolverine, marking his grave with an X to symbolize that he was the last of the X-Men. The children promise to remember him and the sacrifices he made for them. With heavy hearts, Laura and others continue their journey across the border, carrying with them the memory of Wolverine and the hope for a better future. Despite the darkness they faced, they find strength in each other, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. I really hope you enjoyed the recap, and if you did, then be sure to subscribe, like, and share for more amazing recaps like this. And as always, thank you very much for watching.